Heat 11 maiden 3-year-old catchweight. Go. Off the inside, Pirancanto filly makes a good beginning. There are plenty want to have a play for the lead here. The Perfectly Ready Gelding shows up. Morals is there. Penn and Teller, and just off those, the Swiss Ace filly. Thorn Park Gelding second last. The Way You Are filly last. Inside the final 600, Pirancanto filly, Morals to its outside, then Penn and Teller in the lime green out wider in the diagonals as they come to the corner there. Now was going to be the Perfectly Ready Gelding back on the inside, Swiss Ace filly, Thorn Park Gelding, The Way You Are filly, the last pair. On the swing, 250 to go, Pirancanto filly, Penn and Teller opens up strongly on the outside, then Morals, and further back the Perfectly Ready Gelding, and making good progress late as the Thorn Park Gelding, 100 to go. Pirancanto filly, diving Penn and Teller. Pirancanto filly beats Penn and Teller. Good trial by the Thorn Park Gelding, finding the line attractively. They were followed then by the Perfectly Ready Gelding, Moral, Swiss Ace filly, The Way You Are filly to be the last one through. So heat 12 on the card, and the maiden 3-year-old catchweight's underway. Seller neat as a pin, showcasing filly, and Parko Boy Gelding with the rail now musters good early speed to be the early lead. In fifth is One More Dream. Back in the field is Arctic Breeze, and back last was Get Smart. Down the side, Parko Boy Gelding leads, showcasing filly. Seller is third, looking to tuck in for a run now. Back on the inside, neat as a pin, then One More Dream, Arctic Breeze. And still off last at the 400 metres is Get Smart. Down the side, Parko Boy, showcasing filly right there as they balance up for the run home. Seller about to get off their backs, then neat as a pin and One More Dream, 200 to go. Parko Boy Gelding, showcasing filly. Seller starts to open up powerfully now, showcasing filly, going after the Parko Boy Gelding, who's got a very good kick on the rail. Parko Boy Gelding in, second over, showcasing filly. Seller third, neat as a pin, One More Dream. Get Smart and Arctic Breeze will be the last one to greet. Heat 13, 3-year-old maiden catchweight to go. Pirancanto Colt on the outside of the Darcy Brahma, first two to hit the ground running. Savabeel Gelding around the Stravinsky filly come forward now. Unicorn Zone, Nom de Jus Colt get back with the Pins Colt. Stravinsky filly, the local galloper, on to the lead now. Over the Darcy Brahma filly, Savabeel Gelding around the Pirancanto Colt. Unicorn Zone, the grey on the inside of the Nom de Jus Colt, and the Pins Colt last. Down to the 400 they come. Stravinsky filly, Pirancanto Colt, and Savabeel Gelding, they make a line of three as they're about to balance up for the run home. Darcy Brahma filly, Unicorn Zone, Nom de Jus Colt further back. Pirancanto Colt moves up stylishly now on the outside of the Stravinsky filly. Savabeel Gelding is trying to reel these ones back. Pirancanto Colt, Stravinsky filly kicking hard on the rail. Pirancanto Colt though just edges clear. Pirancanto Colt from the Stravinsky filly. Savabeel Gelding third. Darcy Brahma filly in front of Unicorn Zone, Nom de Jus Colt, and the Pins Colt were the last pair. So they're underway in Heat 14, maiden 3-year-old catchweight over the 850. Rock de Cam's filly out fast, but there's the Exceed and Excel Gelding up onto the speed with Stolen Heart, and the No Excuse Needed fillies up there as well. Just off them now, the Rock de Cam's filly on the inside, then the Darcy Brahma filly, Any Suggestion Colt, Cupid the inside, and Sufficient Gelding the last. Down the side, 500 to go. Stolen Heart through to lead, Exceed and Excel Gelding. No Excuse Needed filly out wider. Darcy Brahma filly gets onto its tail now, back on the inside, the Rock de Cam's filly. Then the Any Suggestion Colt looking to pick a path through runners as Cupid, and further back Sufficient Gelding on the swing, where Stolen Heart leads from the Exceed and Excel Gelding. Rock de Cam's filly one off, about to pierce through, and here's Cupid starting to dart home down the outside strongly. Rock de Cam's filly goes strongly after Stolen Heart and Cupid, but Stolen Heart, the Sir Percy filly, will hold off all the advances of the Rock de Cam's filly and Cupid down the outside. Then the Darcy Brahma filly, Exceed and Excel Gelding with the No Excuse Needed filly. Heat 15 are underway. The maiden 3-year-old catchweights over the 850, cutting up rough on the inside out fast with the Jewelled filly. They're followed by the Keeper filly out wider, King's Grave, then the Swiss Ace filly, Z-Man the inside, Alamosa filly the last, and the gallop down to the 600 metres. Coming through to lead is Cutting Up Rough against the rail over the keeper filly. Length away Jeweled Filly getting the nice run on the inside. Then Kingsgrave, Swiss Ace filly, the Grey Alamosa filly the next. And Z-Man the last with a quarter mile left to go. Cutting Up Rough onto the corner. From on the outside the keeper filly out wide of Kingsgrave. Then the Jeweled Filly and the Alamosa filly. They come for home. Keeper filly goes strongly now after Cutting Up Rough. Inside the 150 keeper filly. Cutting Up Rough though's got a very nice kick on the inside. Cutting Up Rough, the Per-Incanto colt. Draws a nice margin on the line too over the keeper filly. They had it by a good dozen lengths. Third over was Kingsgrave. Then the Alamosa filly, the Jeweled filly, Z-Man and the Swiss Ace filly will be the last one to gallop by.